Welcome to All Things Seniors, a podcast for caregivers. If you are a caregiver or someone who is looking to learn about challenges and solutions pertaining to seniors, you are at the right place. We created this podcast to support all caregivers so that while you are driving, cooking, or working out, you can listen to those episodes from this podcast which pertains to your needs the most. In each episode, we will have an industry expert who will share their wisdom and knowledge with you to help you better serve your loved ones. So let's dive right into All Things Seniors.
Hello and welcome to All Things Seniors. Did you know that as per Stats Canada report in 2017, there were close to 250,000 seniors living in poverty in Canada. Also, most of them were women. The report also says of a 2016 data that 2/3 of the people in Canada who are aged over 85, 2/3 of them are women. So there's definitely a gender thing there. And for us to understand how seniors are living in poverty and how this age and gender thing work, we are so blessed that we have Doug Buss here today. Doug Buss is a financial planner. He has more than 30 years of experience in this. He's been working with more than 1,200 families, helping 4 generations. He knows what he's doing. Welcome, Doug.
Thank you.
Doug, you heard the intro.
Mm-hmm.
You heard that there are quite a few people who are living in poverty at that age group. Now, if somebody who is younger and who has a challenging financial situation in their life, they can work harder, they can more hours, they can get multiple jobs.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody who is 85 years old or above, and if they are in that financial challenges, what should they do or what they could have done differently? Do you want to share your thoughts on that?
Sure. With anything, people don't plan to fail. And the comment that I usually share is that they fail to plan. And so it's never too late to start, but the earlier they start, the better. So from a planning perspective, they need to look at what's coming in their door. And so how can they start putting some money away for the future so that they will have some money?
Because at the end of the day, they also want to make sure they have enough money that lasts them. Like, do you get this question that, do I have enough?
Correct. That is the biggest question that when people come see me is, Doug, I want to know, do I have enough? And not just is it enough, is what is it going to provide for me as an income? And so as an advisor, I run projections for them. I factor in inflation. We can factor in what are they going to get from Canada Pension Plan? What are they going to get from Old Age Security? What is the RSPs that they have saved? What is that going to give them as an income? And then if they're fortunate enough to have a pension plan at where they worked, what is that going to provide for them? So because Canada Pension, Old Age Security, and registered pension plan money will last them for a lifetime. If they live till 110, it's going to pay them till 110. But RSP money, depending on how much they take out each year, that may not last very long, depending on how much they've saved. So what I do as an advisor is run projections for them to show them how long it's going to last. I'll use my parents as an example. They're 87 and 85. They're doing very well. My dad and mom and saved very well, but I want to make sure that they're going to be okay. When I run projections, I'll run it till 90 because they're at that stage now where they've pretty much done everything they want to do. They don't want to travel the world anymore, but it's giving them the money earlier in their lifetime so that now if they just want to sit and see the grandchildren and now they're fortunate great-grandchildren, it's a wonderful opportunity to be able to help.
If we had Back to the Future kind cars and we could go back in time, what do we know today that we could have told the baby boomers in 70s and 80s to say, hey, do it now, and in 2019, 2020, you will be more protected? What they could have done differently?
Number one, financial literacy for every Canadian, not just seniors, for every Canadian is an issue. There was a report that came out yesterday that the medical community, now what I'm talking about here is doctors, it is their number one fear is they don't understand money at all. They were never trained in all the education for the years of schooling they went. They never had one course in financial management. Oh. And so now they make all this money. They don't know what to do. And so lots of times they're buying buildings, they're investing in restaurants. They're having multiple properties, but they don't know, is that the right thing to do for them? And unfortunately, too, from a historical perspective, traditionally speaking, the husband went out to work, mom stayed at home. The husband paid all the bills, looked after all the banking. Mom had no clue what was being done. And now dad is dying and mom has no clue what to do. So from an education perspective, it's getting better. The females are taking the time to learn how to do stuff so that if dad does die, that they are involved. And I'll use my parents again. I've encouraged mom to be involved because dad has looked after it all. And I said, Mom, what are you going to do? And she says, well, you'll help me. And I'm like, I know I will help you, but you need to take some time yourself to learn how to go on, because online banking is a huge thing now. You go to the bank to walk in to say, I need help with this and pay a bill. They're going to say, well, there's the computer, go use the machine. And there's still a lot of seniors that, no, they want to go to the bank. That was part of the routine. Mm-hmm. So the next generation, the next cohort that's coming through, they are learning. They are taking the time. They are becoming self-sufficient so that they're not relied upon the other gender. And so I'm happy to see that.
So financial literacy is one thing. We could have done something differently for that generation.
Yeah.
So tell us one more thing.
Yeah.
How about long-term care insurance? Because I see that a lot of people have life insurance from that time.
Yes.
But long-term care insurance is something that we have seen emerging in the past 5 to 10 years.
Yes.
Because now we see that people are reaching the age of 80s and 90s and 100s and costs are significantly higher. Do you see that?
Yes. So just to educate the listeners, long-term care insurance is insurance coverage that'll provide money if you are unable to perform 2 of your 6 activities of daily living.
What are those 6
activities? So think about it. What did you do today? You got out of bed. Okay. You got dressed. You went to the bathroom and washed your face. You then fed yourself. You then went out of the house. And the 6th one is if you suffer from incontinence. Mm-hmm. Okay. So if 2 of those 6 things you cannot do by yourself, you are considered disabled. And it's your doctor saying that. It's not the insurance company's doctor. It's your doctor that says, my patient can't do this. That qualifies you now to receive benefits. And the benefits can be the opportunity for you to hire in home care services. If you need somebody to come cook for you, you need somebody to come clean for you, you need somebody to come bathe you, whatever the services are that you need, there's money there now available for you to do that.
If somebody had a long-term care insurance.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
It is, in a way, very unique for every situation.
Yes.
And it is important that people have had those dialogue with their financial planner.
Ask.
Yeah.
Because there is so much opportunity out there. All you need to do is ask, and don't be afraid. Well, it's like I did a workshop the other day for 25 retirees, and their question is, I'm afraid to come in because I don't feel that I have enough. I don't feel that I've saved enough. Is there a minimum I need to come see you? No. The person that comes to see me with $1,000 or has $1 million, it's the exact same meeting. It's just different zeros. It's just zeros to me. It doesn't matter the amount of money. And so go seek help, like ask, because the more you ask, the more you learn. And as an advisor, our job in our industry association as a certified financial planner internationally, our job is to educate you so you can make an informed decision to buy products and services. We're not there to sell you a product and service.
Doug, if you had to give one tip to the listeners, and most of our listeners are the sandwich generation, people between the age of 40 and 60, what they should be doing today so that they can change the direction of their financial planning from now until they get retired?
Go and seek advice. Go and ask for help. And look for a financial planner and look for the one that's right for you. Everybody's different. Everybody has a relationship style that's different. So go and interview 3 different planners. Go and ask them. Go for a first meeting and see how they conduct themselves and see that you could work with them one-on-one. Because the intention is you're going to work with them long-term. And if they're doing the right job, you're going to refer them to the next generation and all your family and friends.
Wonderful. Doug, thank you so much. This is phenomenal value. I hope that listeners will act. And, from the sounds of it, nothing is too late. So even if somebody is already in their 50s, they can still go and, make some changes from now on. So thank you for that. Doug, how do people connect with you? Like if somebody has a question, are you on social media? Do you have a website? Tell us a little bit more about that.
I am. So my company name is Your Style Financial. And so Your Style is because my motto is what's important to you, your style. It's not me putting your stuff together. It's what do you want? We put the plan together for you. So yourstylefinancial.ca is my website. I am on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, on Twitter. You can see some stuff there. You can follow me at Doug Buss as well. At Doug Buss is my Twitter handle. And so send me an email, doug@yourstylefinancial.ca. If people want to call, so 204-474-2929 is my office number. Reach out. I'm here. I'm more than happy to help.
Wonderful. Thank you, Doug, so much. This is phenomenal. And I'm sure that our listeners, if they have any questions, they'll reach out to you. Listeners, if you like today's episode, please subscribe and review it on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you listen to the show. This way, you never miss an episode. Also, check out show notes. What we will do is that all the pieces of information that Doug shared, or I had some research regarding the Stats Canada report, we will add those into the show notes so that you don't have to do that research. We have done it for you. And also, we'll take some pictures after today's interview so that if you want to see those behind-the-scenes pictures, go to our Facebook page. It calls All Things Seniors. Again, Doug, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
Thank you. And listeners, thank you very much for your time. I'm your host, Rafiq Punjani, and we'll be back next week. Until then, ciao.